Hello, welcome to DC power supply. As you can see, this is our DC power supply developed by Ujuzi, which is part of our STEMX collection. You start here by a transformer at the input. This transformer converts a C signal of high voltage to a C signal of low voltage. So it receives, you see these two red wires. These two red wires actually receive AC input from the socket that you can see here. You can see an extension cable here. That is where we are tapping our input, AC, which is typically in Finland is 230 volts or 234, 235 volts. The two red wires are the input to the primary winding of the transformer, which actually converts 220 to 12. But of course here, since we have 234, it converts to 14 volts. So the voltage becomes a little bit higher because of the high input. And then after that, the two blue cables you see here, these are the ones which are output of the transformer, where we actually tap 14 volts connected to these connectors, terminal connectors. And then after that, we have these four diodes. Four diodes for rectification, converting 14 volts AC to pulsating DC voltage. And then we have a filter capacitor here, a nice filter capacitor. The function of this filter capacitor next to D4 is to actually filter the signal so that we have real DC here. We have voltage regulator, the one which is for 12 volts and the other one is for 5 volts here. And after that, we have two capacitors which are associated by these two voltage regulators. Why? Because these two voltage regulators require stabilization in terms of noise. So these capacitors actually eliminate noise in the process. And we have two LEDs which are controlled by these resistors, which controls currents through the LEDs, to see that we, on one side we get 12 volts, on the other side we get 5 volts. And here at the output, these are terminals where we could actually capture or tap our signal out of. So the top one is for 12, the middle is the ground pin, and the lower one is for 5 volts. So this is typically a DC supply. In the next episode, we are going to measure the voltage from one point to another to really see if we have AC in the beginning and then DC at the output. Thank you for listening.